Much in the dark, but this is the way to space.
Yes. This is a nice relaxation moment. You've just gone through a happy scene, hopefully, but an emotional scene nonetheless. And this is a little bit of a time to kind of lean back in your chair a little bit. For me, it was blaring some favorite songs. And at nighttime, that was fun just because of the, the darkness and then the different lights that you see. It was kind of a neat visual experience. But it's just a time for a little bit of relaxation before the next phase of the journey.
They have arrived. There's been a lot of upgrades to this launch pad, Megan. You flew it and flew out of there under both configurations, both as a space shuttle astronaut and as an astronaut on Crew Dragon.
That's right. And we get an opportunity to tour the launch pad with a family member in the days leading up to the launch, which is really special. But other than that, we don't spend a whole lot of time on the launch pad. So getting to see it for us is always a very special thing as well. It does look very different now under the new owners, but you can still see the bones of it, of the historical structure that was there supporting all those shuttle launches.
Speaking of bones, that metal, black metal to the left, we're panning around it, but that is the old rotating service structure that used to have that gigantic structure that would, contain the cargo bay of the space shuttle, so you could get in and out of it, service
right.
it. It would rotate out. Still part of it there on the pad.
Countdown 1, we're at T-minus 2 hours, 59 minutes. Crew have arrived at the pad. We are on schedule.
Oh, this is one of my favorite moments when the crew gets to first look up at their rocket ready to go.
That's Kjell Lindgren and Bob Hines giving a look, and
that's right.
Bob looks a little giddy.
Yeah, he's pretty excited. Look at that rocket. Yep, I like that sort of characteristic, the lean back, the look up together. It's a good look.
And the wave as they get ready to get into the elevators to ride up to the top where the crew access arm is, which will take them to the spacecraft. It is the original elevators. They've been, of course, renovated, but those are the same elevators you got in, Megan, as both a shuttle astronaut and a Dragon crew member.
Another piece of history. Hopefully at this time of night they won't be taking up too many mosquitoes with them.
Walking down the crew access arm comes Bob Hines and Kjell Lindgren. We see them inside and the shot to the left from the outside.
Love that shot.
The closeout team not far behind. And here come Jessica and Samantha. They'll walk down the crew access arm with broad smiles. Well, Samantha is saying something, not sure what she's saying, but she is smiling.
I think they could about smile their way into space.
Just on the energy alone.
That's right.
The White Room also allows for completion of cargo load at T-minus 24 hours. So it has use to both get the astronauts inside the crew capsule and to get that late stowage. This is part of the countdown that we call Ingress, a milestone that we have reached at inside the 2-hour and 42-minute mark. Simply means that the astronauts are getting inside Crew Dragon. The closeout team surrounds them and is preparing them to go inside. They have covers on their boots that make sure everything is kept clean upon entering the capsule. Samantha flashing us the Crew-4.
And so each of the crew members, they're doing the signing. They're also getting what's known as a FOD check, a foreign object debris check, just making sure that they're not bringing any dust, debris, particles, things like that in that could interfere with the umbilicals or any of the different systems, because anything that goes in that capsule is going to space for the next 6 months.
Yeah, really exciting to see Jessica Watkins and Samantha Cristoforetti signing their names. And they do have this in the procedure to have the Sharpie ready for them so that they can do this signing before they ingress the Dragon vehicle. Looks like now they both have signed their signatures, and next steps is to start ingressing the Dragon capsule.
Yep, we've got Chell and Bob in already, and when we get a look in through the hatch, the seats are numbered 1 through 4, so when you're looking in from the hatch, it goes from right to left. So that seat all the way on the right will be seat 1, and that's where Samantha Cristoforetti is bound. Just to the left of that is seat number 2. That's the commander's seat, and Chell Lindgren already seated there. Next to that, the pilot's seat, seat number 3, where Bob Hines is going to be riding uphill, and then Jessica Watkins will be in seat 4 all the way on the left. And these seats have a connection point to the suits. They've got an umbilical, basically a hose almost, that plugs into the leg of the suits, and that provides a couple of really critical functions for the suit.